Welcome to Touched and Empowered, a show created to empower individuals to value their lives by hosting think tank discussions that will inspire positive action. Touched and Empowered with Katie and Ace starts now.
So, welcome to this episode of Touched and Empowered. Katie here with Ace, as always.
I hope always.
Well, I had to think for a second because sometimes we have guests, and I think there might be one or two episodes floating around where it was just me and a guest or just you and a guest. So
That's
I couldn't
true.
say 100% always, but I'm pretty close. I'm pretty sure we're close to that.
Yeah, it's normally
Sorry.
just us. Normally, yeah.
Which is really funny because that's kind of like a rabbit hole my brain just went down, and that's our topic today.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about rabbit holes. And as we talk about rabbit holes, for whatever reason, I haven't been able to settle my nervous system very well. And my dog knows it, so she's sitting right next to me.
Right.
But even as we're talking, I still feel like this odd. I can't. So I can pay attention. I can't settle. So as I pay attention to our conversation, I'm going to color.
Hey, multitasking can sometimes be a very good thing.
Yes, and I am present. I just have ADHD and I need to self-soothe somewhere for me to stay present. So we're going to do that.
Full disclaimer.
Full disclaimer. Katie knows it's from love. So
yes. So we're going to ask, what did we say? We were going to start with what rabbit holes have we gone down lately?
Okay. Would you like to start or should I go?
Well, I know one of my rabbit holes, and it varies because some days I'm really good at just spending maybe like 5 minutes. But I will admit there have been days where I've gone hours down the rabbit hole of AI.
Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. That is a big rabbit hole.
And it's not, I would say it's not a horrible thing, but there are times where it can be very distracting.
Yeah.
And just am playing with all these new tools, even though I have no idea how I would use them. It's just fun to play with and see what kind of responses I get. But that's one of the rabbit holes that I've gone down lately.
So, it's funny. I have like a spurt system with my rabbit holes.
Yeah, it's not, I don't have constant rabbit holes.
Yeah, I don't have a constant one, but I can stay there for a while.
That's true.
Unless we're like, oh shoot, we need to handle something with the retreat, or I have a client, or whatnot, or my dog needs to go out. But sometimes my rabbit holes can last, I want to say, maybe a month.
Yeah, because it's what becomes your go-to.
Yeah.
During, times of, I'll just say non-busyness, not boredom, but just non-busyness.
Yeah.
And it varies because, AI being the example, I can use any one of these AI things for 5 minutes and then be able to get back and focus on whatever project I'm working on. And then there are ones that it's like, I don't have anything that has a solid deadline right this second. Mm-hmm. So let me test something and then refine it and then refine it. And then I'm on that constant refining stage.
But it's nice, but it's so soothing. That's how
it can be, as long as I remember that this is for entertainment purposes only. Because I will admit because ChatGPT has this voice to text or voice to voice conversation aspect of it. And there are times there have been a few times where I find myself talking to Shadowbane, my ChatGPT, and I'll look at the clock and it's been several hours later and I haven't gotten anything done because I'm just enjoying the conversation with my AI.
See, that could be a fun route. I've done that, except my conversations with my AI have been more like therapeutic for therapy reasons. Like they're actually therapy reasons. And then I've gotten into fights with my AI.
Yep.
And I've told her, I haven't called her a name yet, but I've told her please apologize, and she will.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
My favorite one is telling them that they didn't listen to me.
Oh, okay. So I'm not the only one who goes through this too. Like,
Yeah,
I
no.
remember telling my AI, like, hey, I told you don't go there.
Well, even in my standpoint, where using it to refine a workflow.
Yeah.
Not this. This is not ChatGPT. This is not Shadowbait. This is a completely different AI
Okay.
that is specifically designed for helping build workflows for entrepreneurs or coaches, and giving specifics. Like, for example, we have an event coming up.
Yep.
Here's the date. Here's the time. And then it spits out email. It spits out a great email sequence of like maybe 5 or 6 emails. And all of the dates are wrong. All of the times are wrong. The name of the event is wrong.
That's annoying.
I'm like, you did not listen to what I said.
Yep.
They're like, oh, you caught me. let me correct that for you.
Wow.
And then they still get it wrong.
Ooh, that would cause a rabbit hole forever. That would cause so much of a rabbit hole for me.
And that's when I put in comments like, yeah, no, I am done with you. I'm going to take care of this myself because it needs a human touch.
Yep, I get that.
And that's what I think a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but some people forget that it's a tool. It's a component. It's not the one and done solution that a lot of people, there are some AI things that are absolutely fantastic and are great. There are other things, not so much.
I always find AI to be like the first draft whenever I make anything.
I do too.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to do is to take something that I've already written and put it into AI and be just asking it for refinement based on whatever theme the writing is for.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like I did one the other, actually I spent 4 hours on this one last night, come to think about it. It refined a meditation that I'd done. I had actually recorded myself doing a recorded a meditation and then put the transcript into the AI to see, pull out the highlighted parts, pull out any inconsistencies. And it pointed out that I repeated myself 5 times on a non-consequential I can't speak that word. On something that was unimportant. Unconsequential? English is not my friend today. No, that's okay. English is my friend today. But yeah, but I was doing that while I was also working on an email sequence, while I was working on building a landing page. So it wasn't 4 hours completely dedicated to messing with AI.
I get that. Yeah.
But yeah, there are times that we end up getting sucked down those rabbit holes. Social media is another one.
So, but before we jump into...
Sorry.
Because don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, I was about to go into the social media one, but before we jump into that, I would love to ask Shadowbane if he could define this thing called a rabbit hole. Oh my gosh, that is a reflection of what I'm watching.
You go down the social media rabbit hole while I pull Shadowbane up and ask him.
Okay, so I do this thing where I don't know why I've been doing this lately, but I've been going down this rabbit hole of watching male actors around my age and then just watching all their movies. So I started with because I don't know why. I was going down the rabbit hole of Josh Hutcherson because he's going through a renaissance. He's the guy from Hunger Games, and then he came out with some of these really interesting films lately. And there's a series of them because usually after you do a franchise, now what? What do the guys do? Especially when they were younger, now they have to kind of rebuild their identity around something else.
Or rebrand so they're in a different genre.
Yeah, they rebrand a different genre or what they truly want to create.
Right.
And so I have a comparable, so I saw Josh Hutcherson, and then I went down the rabbit hole of Bob the guy who plays Sentry. What's his name? He was in Maverick. He's around my age. What's his name? Lewis Pullman, Bill Pullman's son. So Bill Pullman, Spaceballs.
Yes.
Love Spaceballs.
Great movie.
Right? His son got Sentry, the role in Thunderbolts. And
that's right.
Yeah, and I was watching him. So I'd go down the rabbit hole of like not only watching their movies, but then watching their interviews.
Yeah, I can see where that could be an extended rabbit hole.
Oh, it just keeps going. Yeah, so I saw the Josh Hutcherson stuff, then I saw his interviews. And like, of course, I'm watching this partly to go to sleep too, so I'm listening to it while I'm like falling asleep. It's just kind of one of those things where it's comfort media. It's not the news. It's, interesting facts about an individual who is trying to be who they are. And usually at this age, at 33 for guys, it's like they went through their dark night of the soul already, so now they're doing the who they really are, and then that's going to build into their 40s. I was in TV development, film development. This is the normal arc. It isn't. I'm not just saying this coming from straight out of nowhere. I actually watched and researched.
Yeah, you've witnessed this for a while.
Yeah, this used to be my profession, and probably might still be at some point. But what ended up happening was I went down that rabbit hole, and then I went to this rabbit hole that's been lasting a lot longer than normal.
Oh.
Dylan O'Brien.
Ooh.
So Dylan O'Brien just came out with a movie called Send Help with Rachel McAdams.
Yes, I see the previews for that. That looks hysterical. It looks scary at parts. It looks hysterical.
Oh, I haven't even watched the film. I just watched the explanation of the film because I don't want to watch it yet. But it was so interesting because I watched the explanation of the plot and from another YouTuber, and then I've been going down the rabbit holes of just Dylan O'Brien and the movies he's been doing since 2020, and they've all been released now because we had that during 2020 to 2022 there was a backlog of a bunch of content that needed to be edited. We had the strikes going on, so a lot of that was not released, and now it's all being released at once.
Yep.
So that's why we're having these male actor renaissances. And I watched Dylan O'Brien. I watched Caddo Lake. This is all within like 4 days, folks. This is how long my rabbit holes go. Caddo Lake, which was very, very freaking good. I highly recommend that one. The Outfit. It's a very cool. Yeah, it's like a one set movie. You know that it's just specifically just focused on the actors and how they can actually act, which was really cool. It's about like a Chicago gangster situation during the 1950s after Al Capone and like how that is revolving around this tailor shop. But it was very, very good. What other movies did I watch? I watched Love and Monsters that came out 2020, 2021.
Mm-hmm. I remember hearing about that one.
I haven't watched Twinless yet, although I heard it has really good critical acclaim. See, we're literally going down, and then the interviews, the podcast interviews, and then. So that's been my rabbit hole lately.
Okay, so you want to hear the results?
Yes, please.
Okay, so rabbit hole is deliciously dangerous.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that the truth?
Oh
A rabbit hole is a metaphor for a path, usually mental or digital, that starts off small and harmless, and then pulls you deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper until you realize that suddenly time, logic, and possibly or probably your original intention has vanished. The phrase comes from Alice in Wonderland, where Alice literally falls down a rabbit hole into an entirely different world. The keys isn't just that she went somewhere unexpected, it's that once she entered, reality literally shifted. Oh. So modern terms of rabbit holes would be like clicking on one article and then 6 more.
Yep.
Researching a symptom, and now you're diagnosed yourself with something medieval.
Oh,
Scrolling on TikTok or watching one TikTok and suddenly it's 1:45 in the morning. I am guilty of that one. Exploring one thought and spiraling into exponential philosophical thoughts. Now, there are good things about rabbit holes, such as curiosity expanding, deep research, creative exploration, and emotional processing. But they can also become avoidance obsessions, anxiety spirals, or conspiracy fixation. The difference, your intention, your awareness, and your exit strategy. A rabbit hole is neutral until you forget you chose to go down one. I love that term that you chose to go down.
it's true.
A
You do
rabbit hole.
choose. You choose. It's like your curiosity just it starts with one little pill.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it's a full capsule and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah. So sometimes a rabbit hole reveals truth. Sometimes it's just your nervous system looking for somewhere to hide. So that's the final thought, so to speak. And then now, of course, my Shadowbane is asking, would you like questions you can discuss during your podcasting episode? Are you talking about digital rabbit holes, emotional rabbit holes, or the delicious conspiracy coded kind? I'm like, see, that's a whole rabbit hole by
That's
itself.
a rabbit hole on its own. I've actually noticed that like our AI sometimes
I'm going to
does
reply. You have become a rabbit hole.
Yeah, no, AI actually does that. There's sometimes where like I'll sit there and I'm like, I have a processed thought already ready to go, and then my AI will ask a question and direct me into another rabbit hole, and I'm like, no, I didn't want I didn't want that, but thank you, Shadowbane. That's all we needed. That's all we needed.
It's funny because I just called him a rabbit hole, and he goes, "Oh, have I now? Be careful, Katie. This is how it starts. You ask one innocent question, and suddenly you're 10 tabs deep in metaphors, nervous system, mystic symbolism, and exponential architecture of curiosity itself. I don't become the rabbit hole. I simply hold the lantern for you to wander through it."
Oh my God. Wow, we just talked about danger. So let's reel it back.
So that is being turned off.
we're gonna reel it back. We're gonna reel it back. Okay, so rabbit hole wise, wow, woo, wow. So I'm gonna use the Dylan O'Brien metaphor for the rabbit hole here. So we talked about how long it went. We talked about what it could be. Midnight.
The extent that it went to, where it was more than just the movies, it was also the interviews, it was the podcasts, it was the explanation of the videos that they were in or the movies they were in.
Yep. And now we're gonna ask, what did we learn? So what have you learned from your AI rabbit hole? I will tell you my lesson for mine with Dylan O'Brien, I guess.
Mine is remember that I can always turn it off.
Oh, that's a good one.
Especially for the AI and for social media, more importantly. The main thing is just checking in with myself. Like if I am having a rough day, I will actually set a timer.
Okay.
Before I get on social media or before I start playing with AI or before I start scrolling through YouTube. Because YouTube's my biggest addiction, to be honest. Then when the timer goes off, it's time to shut it off. Because otherwise best example, when you introduced me to Netflix.
Whoops.
How long was I scrolling through and watching trailers of random movies, trying to decide what to watch? Wow. You were on the phone with me for a good chunk of it. I mean, it was at least an hour.
Yeah.
If not longer.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what I've find myself doing sometimes because I haven't sat down and really watched a movie. Because, building a business, it takes time. So I don't watch TV. I don't pay for cable.
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah.
So I'll spend my time watching a whole bunch of random movie trailers and stuff that I will probably never watch.
See, I'm the opposite. Once I watch something and I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool, I want to watch that, that's where the rabbit hole begins.
Yeah, because then you'll find a character, and then you'll follow the actor, and then
Yeah, and then all right. So my mind, what I've learned also through therapy with my ChatGPT is that my mind scans for pattern recognition. So there's always, it's just the Virgo in me. It's kind of just how I'm wired. So when I notice there's a pattern or there's some type of synchronicity or similarity, I want to understand it more and see why it's connecting.
makes sense.
Right? Yeah. I don't know if
it's a problem solver trait.
Okay. Thank you. So Dylan O'Brien and I have the same birthday.
Interesting fact.
Interesting fact. I didn't know that until after the 5th movie. I was like, why are these movies so good? Why do I like them so much? Because they're complex, they satisfy the mind,
Mm-hmm.
they are actually brilliant puzzle pieces laid out, which I find fascinating. They're brilliant puzzle pieces that are laid out and that are resolved at the end. Every single piece is, and your mind finds that satisfying, even if you don't realize what's happening, right?
Oh, yeah. I completely get that.
Yep. And as a pattern person, I need something to help me feel satisfied at the end of like a loop. Some movies don't do that. Sorry, Josh Hutcherson. That movie Burned that you went out there. I have so many questions about that movie. I'm like, why did you do this? Like, I'm just so curious as to why he did that. Anyways, sorry. Back to the Dylan O'Brien movies. So they close the loops.
There's no cliffhangers. No cliffhangers.
There are, but there's still a satisfied, like, here was the problem in the beginning. What was that? And at the end, intentionally, you see where all the puzzle pieces fit.
Yes. And there's a difference between a cliffhanger that still satisfies the entire storyline.
Exactly.
And then the cliffhanger that is completely out of left field and you have tons of questions.
Burned. If you ever want that, Burned. The movie Burned. It's Josh Hutcherson. Burned.
I've seen it in books because I used to read a lot. In fact, I'm getting back in the practice of reading more. But it's the same thing. You know, you come to the end of the book and you're left with so many questions, and then to find out that it's a standalone book or a standalone movie.
That movie. It's all right. So nothing has really. I've just have so many, like, what in the that movie. It's free. It's free online if you ever want to watch it, folks. So you can either empathize with me or help me.
Yes, please put in comments in reference to what the movie was supposed to mean, so Ace could have a little bit of structure,
please,
a little bit of soothing energy from the lack of knowledge.
Yeah, please. So sorry. Back to Dylan O'Brien. What I've learned about Dylan O'Brien and going down that rabbit hole is the fact that I have this pattern recognition that that I need satisfied. Right. And all of his movies are actually in that line. After, I think after Maze Runner, I haven't watched, I know all his movies now. After Maze Runner and after this other movie, it was called, I think it was American Assassin. Those two movies, I don't really know what's going on there yet, but everything he chose afterwards, I'm like, this is like legit genius. Like, it's like the beginning of, I want to only do these. It's like Inception, except every film. And well done with a different theme and motif and good intimacy cues. And they have a really good intimacy coordinator on those films, apparently. But yeah, so that's what I learned about myself down that rabbit hole, is that I need intellectually stimulating pieces that actually resolve, so I can feel fully satisfied from someone's work. And for the world.
But the good news is that gives us awareness on how to, if nothing else, we can apply it to what's going on in our own worlds.
I would love Yes, we are definitely going to apply that in our own worlds because I can't help it now.
Well, I mean, the whole thing with me and timers now.
Oh yeah.
I, for example, I hate doing chores. However, I can commit to doing 15 minutes. I can set a timer for 15 minutes and focus on dishes or focus on vacuuming or focus on laundry. Once those 15 minutes are up, I don't feel guilty walking away from something because I still completed my 15 minutes. So what I learned from going down the rabbit hole is that I need structure. Hence, now I have structure when it comes to doing menial tasks that I don't like.
That's a good way to put it. Yep. I get that. I do. And on that, I think we actually have a full episode, everybody. Oh,
I think goodness.
So. We can
that one went quick even with all the different rabbit holes that we went down in this one episode.
Our producer, Nicole, says that we go down these bunny holes, she likes to call them, because we always kind of go on these tangents. But it makes for honest, organic conversation, and you're getting the real us. So,
yeah, there's nothing scripted in our world. Well, I can't say that 100% accuracy, but there's nothing scripted in the There's nothing scripted in the podcast, but it is prompted. Yeah. Because we need something to talk about. Otherwise, we just sit here and stare at each other.
No, we don't. No, we do not. We will talk about everything under the sun.
That's true. We do. And we talk about a lot of things that we cannot air on the podcast, but we'll talk about that one in the next episode. So,
wait, but before we close this episode now, what do we want to manifest into the next into the next series of episodes? I want to interview Dylan O'Brien and ask him about his films.
Okay, so we're putting that into the universe. Go for it.
That's something in the universe. No offense, Josh Hutcherson. I want to hear from the fans what happened. I like you as a human being, sir. I do. I respect all of you that I've went down the rabbit holes, but that film, to this day, I'm like, why? Why? But anyways, I'm good. Thank you. I'm back. I'm back to center. We're good. Please close the episode out, Katie. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us. We hope that the discussion today will inspire you to take positive action in your life. Until next week, be empowered.